Guyanese Critic is coming to you from Independence Street, where there is a gathering of people from the West Dem area, Lagrange community, and the West Dem area that are here waiting the arrival of the president. Supposed to be here anytime now. There are crowds of people here waiting to hear what's the president's, obviously the president's plans.
Let me tell you this. Don't let sometimes you're seeing in suits and so I try my best to take it off of your jerseys and jeans and a boot to come and see you these days. Everywhere I go. Yesterday I tried to do it. I tried to come as common as I can be. Don't let this suit fool you when something I dress up so fancy. I went to school beautiful. And right in front of the region that this gentleman.
So minister in there warming up the people and giving them a little basically background story of where he come from and the fact that he went to school barefoot. And I could tell you it's not no lie. It's not no lie. Right? So again, for those of you who've just tuned into live with the Guyanese Critic, I'm coming to you for the break news from Independence Street, where there's a gathering here of persons from different ministries and districts here. You got ministers, minister staff, but moreover the people from this, lots of people from the community here. And as you know, President Ali has gone across this country to different communities continuously. And there have been a number of continued number of outreaches with the intentions of hearing the people's concerns and having their issues addressed. Obviously, when President Ali comes, he will be sharing his message, his government's message to the people of these communities. I'm seeing a number of regional officials here also. So obviously when the complaints are made, the issues most likely will be addressed. That is the normal format of President Ali or the Vice President or the government in general. The government's modus operandi. It is normal that when they come to communities and hear the concerns of people, they address those concerns and they do follow-ups and such things. So President Ali is just about to arrive here. Ganesh friend, man. So for those of you who have just tuned into Guyanese Critic live, I'm coming to you for Daybreak News, where I'm covering President Ali's visiting of Independence Street. Huh?
Our president! Welcome, Mr. President. Welcome together!
Ladies and gentlemen, national anthem.
Sir, Mr. President, with your permission, just let me conclude a few remarks. Yes. So I was saying to you, the U.S. Secretary of State said that some countries are looking to stabilize themselves. They got war, they got faction, they got all kind of problems. Some are building on programs that they have and they are improving their country. He said Guyana, the very Guyana that people used to flee, run away, find their passport, go back track, do all kind of things to get out again. He said Guyana, this very country from the U.S. Secretary of State, he said this country is transforming. And you can see that there are very few countries and everyone deserves their own little country because it's huge privilege. It is everyone of you. Now, you know what is a pariah state? When people use the term pariah state? A pariah state is when you get cut off from the rest of the world. You can't transform money, you can't get any money to you. The SWIFT system in the banking sector is cut off from you. You can't buy parts to your truck, you can't buy parts to your plant because you can't route it through the US to pay no supplier. We're in part of the world. And the US is the financial hub of the world. So when they cut you off from that, you can't trade with nobody. When you're cut off from that, your country starts to suffocate and die. In 2020, the APNU had us on the brink of a pariah state. You know why? The people have to sanction them. Some of them take away their visa before they decide to concede the election. Just imagine they have to bend them behind the arm till they have break before they say yes, we lost the election. Up to now they said they lost, they're still trying to defend themselves. Just think about that. RAS people who they are wrapped with just one way thing about rigging election. That is what these people did. And we must never forget that. But I tell you, we can't have memory like goldfish, we can't have memory like elephant. Elephants are a little so that you do them something, they don't remember till again. You don't know how elephant is. You can't have a memory like an elephant. And the memory that you have must tell you also about the good that this government is doing. This is 2024, March. We started August 2020, the amount of things in all different sectors. I said this, the government since we took office, we've been working with 6 cylinder plus an extra one somewhere. We've been revving all the time. And you all know that. You all know that. Look, they got some of them. They got some of them going around the place. And I thought the original chairman would have mentioned. Promising people all kind of things. As I said to the people that I know, they can come and promise you that you shall retreat on Bear Mango. You shall retreat on Bear Mango. Look out for them. Look out for them. They're wolves in sheep clothing. You know, I said this when I was in Wim. I said I saw a man with a wolf, and he got all the sheep clothing in the campaign, and they got one and the sheep in front of you. He said, "You only elect me as your leader, and I can turn a vegetarian." You understand that? Wolf, their whole nature is to hunt down and kill sheep. But he telling them, "Oh, I want to the sheep, the clothing of the sheep, and if you elect me, I'm going to become a vegetarian." I saw another one that I have to share. The axe went into the forest, cut down one of the tree and make a handle and stick it in. He said, "Tell the rest of the forest. Say, you know something? I am one of y'all. My handle is made of wood." That is what the axe telling the forest. But you know what the axe job is? So he used to cut down the whole forest. Watch out for them. Watch out for all them false people that come to you. Watch out for them. And when they come, you remind them. That's what I tell you. Remember and remind them. When I was struggling, you weren't there for me. When I was hungry, you didn't bring nothing for me. When I was poor and I needed some cash and something, you wasn't there for me. Why are you coming now? I don't know you. Sorry, I don't know you. And with that, I see the man. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, thank you very much for your encouraging words. Your Excellency, Mr. President, would you allow me to just say a few words before we proceed? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to just briefly speak about myself. I am Captain Lindsay Beard, the Harbour Master of Maritime Administration, and I'm the Vice Chairman of the Lagrange PPP Group. I've been a member of the PPP Group for several years. I started, like I said, right here in this group, and under the recommendation of Director Stephen Thomas from the Maritime Administration. On the very night that I joined, I was asked to chair the election. And from then until last night, it has been an honor and a privilege to work for this party. I have spent myself and all the members, I remember spending many nights sleeping in front of GCOM's office, sleeping many nights inside the Lagrange police station to ensure that we are where we are today, working along with the party. Comrade Angie, our chairman of the party, whenever she has a cold, she will ask me to say, "Comrade Angie, can you cough? I want to make sure you've got cold." Right? But I have not walked this road alone. Comrade Tiffany, Comrade Harry, Comrade Crowder, Comrade Stephen Thomas, Comrade Director, like I said his name, Thomas, Comrade Roach, Comrade Roshana, Odella, we have all been welcomed with open arms. When I joined this party, when I joined this Lagrange group, I was half the size that I am today. But the amount of 37 curries and birthday parties and weddings that I've been invited to, I joined the party because of the policies and the principle, but I have stayed because of love. I feel welcome in this party. And if anyone is on the line, this is the place you have to be. Policies. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce a visionary, a champion of development, a true advocate for the people, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Guyana, Dr. Irfaan Ali. From the very beginning of his leadership, Dr. Ali has been dedicated, fostering unity, driving economic growth, and ensuring that every Guyanese citizen benefits from our nation progress. President Ali.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please have a seat. My respected elders, brothers and sisters, comrades, today is a very important day in the history of our country. Like every other day in the calendar year, the history of our country is not only shaped by an occasional day in the year when we celebrate a specific accomplishment. Whether it's independence, whether it's Diwali, whether it's Eid, whether it's emancipation, those are significant moments in the history of our country. But every single day in the year is important for us as citizens of the country. Because every single day you will wake up making decisions for yourself, your families, your community, and your country. And in making those decisions, you will always be confronted by choices. And it is your ability to understand the nature of every option that will allow you to make the best choice every single day of your life. My dear comrade and brother made a very important point in his short remark when he said that he and others joined this party because of our policies and principles. He did not join this party with an intention that if he does something wrong, or he is part of injustice to others, that he expects this party to defend him and stand up for him. That's right. Because that is not the philosophy of the party. The philosophy of this party is to stand up for every Guyanese in a just manner. So every individual, every family will make choices in their life and have choices. And if your choice is to go contrary to the laws, or if your choice is to avoid your legitimate responsibility of taxes in your country, then the system must deal with you. That is not a political issue, and that cannot be what your party, the People's Progressive Party, stands for. Let me be very clear. Last night, two comrades, and they don't even know, because they are in this old mentality of believing that once you're a certain ethnicity, you're supporting a certain political party. They are in that time warp that they cannot understand that our country and our people have grown now to a position where their future matters, and they will make decisions based on what is best for their future. So I have an old friend and staff who lives in NDC. His name is Harry. And a PNC councillor was organizing a protest out here. And she called Harry because Harry is Afro-Guyanese. And she said, Harry, I'm calling on behalf of the PNC, the AFC, and a businessman by the name of Azzurdin. And we are planning together a protest when the president comes in Lagrange. But let me tell you, this is hometown. You can't succeed. They told Harry that we will ensure that we take care of you. I don't know how. But I've been taking care of Harry, and the PDP have been taking care of Harry, and every Guyanese for more, almost, well, more than 75 years. We are not fair weather friends of the people. We are not seasonal friends of the people. We are not opportunistic friends of the people. We are servants of the people.
That's right.
From the day this party was created today. And let me be very clear. We have withstood the test of time. We have withstood dictatorship. We have withstood rigged elections. We have withstood the confusion. Listen to this. We have withstood the confusion of different individuals and political parties seeking to manipulate the minds of people every single time they want to defeat the People's Progressive Party. Look at it. Look at the history. When the UF and the PNC collated against the PPP, we had 28 years of dictatorship and rigged elections. When they tried again to unseat the democratically elected government in 1992, and they went to the courts to shorten the term of the PPP, it was the same lawyers who were running around in the AFC and all over the place that shortened our term in office by 2 years after being elected by the people. When they did not succeed, they burned the city in the slow fire, more fire. And these are the very individuals who are preaching that they love Guyana and they love all of us. Then they came the PNC rig, PNC R1G. Then they came with AFC. Then they came with Abdu AFC. Every single time. So do not be fooled. And every single time you saw what the configuration brought to Guyana. Most recently, in the last 5 years, is a reminder of what that configuration brought for Guyana. I am not here to lecture or preach to you. I am here to remind you of the facts and present you with the facts. And let your conscience do the rest. Because a journalist asked me recently, what is gratifying to you? I said I'll first answer what keeps me up at night. If I finish a day knowing that there was something that I did not get complete, or someone that I had to reach out to, I'm not able to rest. But I sleep for whatever little hours, comfortable every night, knowing I and my party and my government has given its all in that day and in the interest. That is why you don't see us hiding. If I have to tell Indar or Ejil or any one of the ministers something, I will tell them on cameras in front of the people. Because we have a responsibility to the people. We have a responsibility to the people. We are not in show business. We're in the business of development and in the business of bringing prosperity to every single home.
Thank you.
Now I want to give you a simple analysis. If the chairman is managed by the General Secretary of the PPP, by Indar, by our comrade here organizing in the community, then what does it tell you? Who is he? Who would he be affiliated with, associated with? Not the PPP? Tell me now, if the chairman is sent in a community by the General Secretary of the PPP, his meeting is organized by the PPP activist chairman. His meeting is being chaired by the PPP comrade here.
He's a PPP.
Who is the chairman associated with?
PPP.
All right. Let's take another example.
That's right.
If, and why I use you comrades? Because it's for PPP. If a businessman goes into the community, his meeting is facilitated by AFC leaders,
PNC leader.
organized by PNC activists, promoted by PNC, AFC activists. It is being taken around by AFC, PNC organizers. Who is the person?
PNC, AFC,
Who is the person?
AFC, PNC.
So why should the person hide his identity?
Normal thing with a shame.
No, comrade. It is deception. And that is what we are warning you about. Deception. The deceptive nature of what is taking place. Don't ever forget the story of the betrayal of Christ. You know, the good book tells you, many will be called. But how many will be chosen? All right. Our philosophy is a very frank and clear philosophy. Don't hide. If you're coming, come. There is no shortcut, or there is no sidetrack or backtrack. In politics, you're in or you're out. Because the people must know where you stand.
Know who you are.
When we stood with the sugar workers, we stood with them on the streets. When we stood with the rice farmers, we stood with them in the fields. We didn't stand at the back of the line or in a house and say we love sugar workers. We fought alongside our sugar workers. We fought alongside workers of this country. So, that thought just came to my mind with a comment that you made. That those who support this party because of our philosophy, because of our plans and programs. And the thing that annoys me the most is when these so-called intellectuals castigate those who join the PPP, the new membership of the PPP, especially our Afro-Guyanese brothers and sisters. Always ascribing a motive as to why they join.
referring to our prime minister as a house slave. Ministers in government who are Afro-Guyanese. No. We must, in a unified voice, tell them, no. We are all part of one Guyana. All part of one humanity. All part of one citizenry. All part of the one approach to the development and advancement of our country.
Thank you.
I am humbled for the support that you give. When I became presidential candidate, the nastiest of comments came from them. But let me tell you something. Nothing beat hard work, commitment, and fair counsel. You must realize all that we have accomplished with 2 years of COVID. People forget this. I want you to recall, during COVID in this region and every single region, who were the ones walking the streets and the markets with masks, hampers in their hands, going house to house, going people to people? We were not in government. We were fighting for the free and fair elections. And yet, every member of this PPP you see here sacrifice and risk their life going house to house, going in the markets, going on the roads, giving out masks, giving out hampers, helping the poor.
Thank you.
All of these people that you cuss every day, and they smile when you cuss them, the local leadership. We had nothing to gain but to protect lives and to serve you and to show you we care about you. No government member was out there, none of them from Afro AFC,
None.
none of the millionaires.
None. None. Come on. Remember.
It was the ordinary leaders and of the PPP and your communities and group that walked every single street and house during that period.
Thank you. Thank you.
We stood up at markets, giving out masks, giving out sanitizer. We lost great comrades. Majid Hussein giving out hampers on the highway. Got infected by COVID. And we lost him. And many other comrades doing this work, putting their lives and our lives at stake for the people. That is the ultimate test.
Wow.
When they threatened to lock us up, when we were protesting at Wales for the sugar workers, who were the faces?
We are locked up too.
Remember.
They lock up the cash.
No.
These are simple things that people forget. I'm not even telling you about the development now, but I am telling you to always remember when it matters who stands by you. When it matters, who is your friend? When it matters, who will go the extra mile for you?
Secretary Rubio. These people are so unpatriotic. Secretary Rubio came and made some of the most important statements about Guyana, about our security, our development, our transformation, our future, our democracy. None of that registered in their head. And I want to correct the wickedness that they're doing on social media. Temeri to Craig is the road under construction financed by the IDB, not the Chinese. A Chinese firm won the bid, advertised by the IDB. A Chinese firm got the bid after the no objection by the IDB. And the road, as all of us know, is not completed, it is under construction. That is the road that is being built by the Chinese from Temeri to Craig, under construction, financed by the IDB. Instead of them correcting the Secretary of State, they think that's a big victory for them. What nonsensical, wrong-minded people are these? We are building highways that they said can never be built. And we have to do it in 3 years. Imagine if we did not have the Schooner Highway or the Highways Highway. What would happen with the traffic point? When we gotta close the old highway now for the overpass of the bridge, what would happen? But that is a visionary. Their brains is suffered from the concussion of dictatorship, from the concussion of the crimes of the past and the tactics. How much time must we explain the same thing? That the first phase is to put in the concrete highways so that we can get the traffic moving, and then the third phase of that road is the overlay of the asphalt. Huh? They don't hear it. They don't hear it because they have an agenda. They have an agenda. So my friends, let us be clear on what is at stake. Let me remind you, I've done this many times. Housing, and before the end of September, because we have gotten all the land in Region 2 now, every single person who applied up to the end of 2024 will receive a letter for provisional allocation in Region 2. We will clear the backlog completely in Region 3 because we built the roads, we have now opened up the lands. In Wales, the same land that they gave their friends 3,000, 4,000 acres, we are taking it back to get 3,000, 4,000 families. To get 3,000 and 4,000 families. So you will get that letter of provisional allocation. You will get to go and see development work, to see your long where it will be. So start saving for your home construction. Let me just remind you, in the last 4 years, we have spent on housing alone in this region almost $65 billion.
Wow.
House lot don't appear. You have to have the foresight to invest in the land, build the infrastructure. And you know what that is? That is 1,321% more than what AP and UAFC spent in housing in 5 years in this region. 1,321% more than what the AP and UAFC spent on housing in this region alone. I remember when I was at Glenora, I first announced, the first time we announced 50,000 jobs, 50,000 house lots, and the Demerara River Bridge. The next day, I remember all of them coming out. Hear the jackass. It will never happen. Today, what is the cry of everybody? We can't find laborers, we can't find workers. More than 70,000 jobs. And we will surpass the 50,000 house lot allocation. When we started the bridge, it can't finish. They put every obstacle in the way of stopping us from building the bridge. They went to court. We offered the people more than the valuation. They went to court, not for the people. They went to court to stop the building of that bridge. Don't ever be fooled. We had to defeat all of that. And today, shamefully, they peeping on social media every time they see a video of the bridge. The bridge is what symbolized the last 4 years. Bridging our hearts, bridging our people, bridging our community, bridging our country, bridging our future. Bridging every single segment of our economy, every single opportunity. Bridging a future that is sustainable and reliable and resilient for Guyana. In public works, go through all the streets. First, it was, oh, look all the roads, dams, mud dams. Then, look, we want a concrete road, we can't eat concrete road. This is their messaging. Then when they see that people embracing the road, oh, the road too narrow. And yes, in some instances, the engineers of public works need a good walloping. Because we told them, no road must be narrower than the road that was there and maximize the space. But that will improve too. It's phases.
That's right.
We have now started in this budget to look at all the urban areas so we can put in concrete drains.
Wow.
So in public works, we spent more than $28 billion. Human resources, human services. And what is human services? The support to the people with disability,
Wow.
public assistance,
Wow.
the pensioners,
Wow.
our women and children.
Wow.
In human services in this region, we spent almost 3,000% more than the AP and UAFC in 5 years. In their 5 years, when you add it up, in the last 4 years, with 2 years of COVID, we spent almost 3,000% more. In education, remember the Because We Care grant? Never forget that they took away the Because We Care grant that we give you without oil. Without oil. Without oil we give you that. They came in with oil and took it away. We promised that we'll bring it back. We not only brought it back, but we surpassed all the commitments we made. To the point that today you will be benefiting, your children will be benefiting from $55,000 per child. Agriculture. Don't forget the DNI charges, the increased land rental. And very quietly, in this region, we have spent almost $2 billion on giving your children scholarships in Region 3 alone. Sports, all the grounds we're looking at now, $2 billion. And very soon, Region 3 will have commencing your own international stadium at Critic. As a matter of fact, the design and engineering team from Qatar, and this is because of our investment in our friends and with our friends. Qatar is financing this as a gift to the people of Qatar.
Thank you. Thank you.
With the government of Guyana, partnership that we've created.
Second term.
Partnership that we've created. Natural resources, tourism, every single area we've invested in this region. And look at this. We announced that long before I said, signal, that the price of electricity will come down by half, and that we'll remove the fees from the bridges. The Demerara Bridge, Barbeach Bridge, and Azzurdin. Remember that? And Babujan. I named the date for the removal of the fees on the bridge. And if bad-mindedness was a person, they can be the AP and UAS. Because their leaders, parliamentarians, came out and asked what financial and socio-economic study was done to remove the fees from the bridge. Let me make it clear for her and him and them. We don't need a study to tell us how to save money for people and put more money in people's pocket and give people a better standard of living. What we need a socio-economic study for was what we asked for. When you close the sugar industry, taking away jobs, taking away benefits, taking away opportunity, without understanding the impact it will have on people. Let me know what socio-economic study then. When you take it away from people. I'm fasting, otherwise I would use a nice spot. So my friends, let us be careful. As I said, I don't want to be long. But I want to spend a lot of time listening to you. What is at stake for you in this region? One of the first things I did in COVID, when was it? The first 2 weeks in office, we walked the alignment. Within the first 2 weeks in office, we walked the alignment on the dam from Canal. And I said we will start a 4-lane highway in the middle of the swamp. In the middle of the swamp. Again, they said, listen to the idiot again. Schooner Highway. Right now we are advertising for the construction of all the bridges, all the way to Puerto Rico. And before the end of August, we'll identify all the bridges all the way to Wales to be advertised.
Thank you.
And what is the plan? The plan is the 4-lane road to Puerto Rico and continuing from Puerto Rico with a road to the the Goshen Road leading into Bartica, connecting back to Sand Hills all the way to Demerara. That is the future. The new 4-lane road going to Wales is not only about the roads, it's the opening up of tens of thousands of acres of land. The new industrial hub. Imagine this region. You have from the private sector alone, look at the investment. 2 major shore-based facilities. One completed, going to the second phase, the other under construction. But in this region, you will host 600 megawatts of power for the country. 2 power plants. We will have an industrial hub with manufacturing. You will have a fertilizer plant built in this region to supply the fertilizer for all of our agriculture needs in this country. The first phase of the Porica Port development would have started. It's out of tender now. The first phase of the Porica Port development that will allow us to ship directly from Porica to the Caribbean. That will allow transshipment of containerized traffic coming into Porica. Building a digital service delivery system, a digital school. By 2030, you will have, well, before the end of this year, we'll start the implementation of the digital payment system. Your phone will be a wallet. You can pay for spare parts in Barbies and have it shipped down to you by sitting in your home with your phone.
Second term.
We will have the kiosks that you will take your driver's license with your smartphone for payment or a debit card or credit card and scan in that kiosk and get your license renewal without seeing anyone. In January, when I said by the end of February, you will get to fill up your immigration form digitally again, they doubt it. Today, find out.
Yes.
Before you go to the airport to fill up your form. You land here, walk through. That came with vision, planning, with expand sugar. Whilst they don't have an idea and a clue of how sugar will survive, in 2 weeks, we will have a project launch in Guyana with a private sector entity. With a private sector entity that is going to do refined sugar. A facility for 175,000 tons of refined sugar, white sugar. Private sector investment. Whilst they're busy plotting against the PPP, we're discussing with major steel producers what it will take to move their plant to Guyana. That is the difference between the PPP and the rest. PPP and the rest. The beautiful Demerara Bridge is already an iconic showpiece, not only for Guyana, but for the entire region, the Latin America, Caribbean region. Iconic. People can't believe this is Guyana. Well, let me tell those who can't believe it. Watch out, you have a lot more to see in the next 5 years. When you come off of the Demerara Bridge, you will have the most modern, beautiful recreational park, the Guyana-China Friendship Park, right there. Where Park used to be. Your new state-of-the-art hospital at West End that will be supported by Mount Sinai in the management, bringing in specialized doctors and upskilling our doctors and specialist doctors and our nurses. The new hospital at the Kendron, the 4-lane road to Wales, an industrial site, manufacturing, complete secondary education coverage, your digital school, and moving to the point where your children can do nursing, engineering, medical science, dentistry, pharmacy, pharmacy, without having to leave the region. That is a digital platform. Our support for the agricultural sector. We've invested in every single island in the Azzurdin here. The last 3 crops we produced so much cassava. The yield, you man got cassava till now. That is why now one of the big new product is the cassava flour. And what are we doing? We're investing in cassava mills in different regions to help to use the cassava to produce cassava flour and up the value chain.
Thank you.
We have a very clear strategy and a very clear plan that would make Guyana the energy capital of the region, the food capital of the region,
Yes.
among the best eco-nature-based tourism destination in the region, the education capital of the region, the health capital of the region, and the country with the most defined infrastructure to support growth and development. A country in which prosperity will come to every single home, in which we will invest in different initiatives, whether it's cash grant, business support, injection more into our children's education, into our pensioners, into increasing salaries, to ensure that the bridge, the inequitable bridge, wherever it exists, is destroyed. And together, as a country and as a people, we grow and prosper together. I thank you and God bless you.
Your Excellency, the Lagrange PPP Group and the community at large thanks you for your presence today, and we will do our part to ensure yourself and the party returns to power. Our comrade Angie is...
So guys, you would have heard President Ali give outline his interest for the people of West Demerara and list just some of the plans he has for the West Demerara. So you've heard it. Guyanese Critic has brought it to you live. Hundreds of people here turn up to hear the message. Obviously, they're going back to the communities and share that message with their people. The Guyanese Critic, live for you. Daybreak News.
And with giving the councillors,
President has something.
I noticed how much money you said? Paul, 1.2 million invested in protest. I don't know how much, but we invest a lot of money to try to put not one protester.
Not one.
Not one. Not even the councillor who comes to the protest. Not even the councillor who comes to the protest and come out. Oh man. Bad investment.
So you would have heard President Ali's message, and the Guyanese Critic brought it on behalf of Daybreak News for you.